With so much wilderness near the Canadian border, border agents up here have to know the spots where someone might sneak into the country.
You could use an inner tube to float across if you had the desire.
Troy Bobbitt is one of 140 agents working the Grand Forks sector of the Canadian border.
Add 10-4 India 28.
We are responsible for 861 miles of international border with Canada.
That's one agent for every 6 miles of land and water in northern North Dakota, Minnesota, and across Lake Superior.
It's possible that a person could penetrate our border undetected. I believe that's the case. But I don't believe it's as easy for a terrorist or a known criminal to enter Canada and to transit Canada, to approach our border, then penetrate our border and go undetected.
That's because of what American officials describe as very good intelligence on the movements of suspected terrorists in Canada. The Border Patrol also relies on local citizens.
There aren't a lot of people who live up near the U.S.-Canada border, but those that do are counted on to report to authorities what they see and hear when anything out of the ordinary happens.
They become, in a way, our eyes on the border in certain areas.
With tips from the public and almost tripling the number of agents on the northern border, the agency believes security has improved. But that does not sync with the results of a Government Accountability Office investigation on border security.
We went through official ports of entry where there had plenty of staffing, but they couldn't recognize counterfeit documents.
Investigators also videotaped themselves crossing the Canadian border undetected, carrying mock radioactive materials. The conservative Nixon Center calls the Canadian border the real open door to America after studying the movements of known terrorists.
They're heading almost universally to Canada if they don't come directly to the United States.
Air power may be an important piece of the border security puzzle. Customs and Border Protection has quickly become the largest law enforcement air fleet in the country, and coming soon, unarmed versions of the unmanned Predator drone, keeping an eye on thousands of miles of territory separating the U.S. and Canada. In International Falls, Steve Brown, Fox News.